Hello all, this is Danish and today I am going to present a paper that has been accepted as a full paper in IEEE DAPS 2020. So the title of the paper is BlockM, an adaptive middleware for intelligent data storage selection for Internet of Things, and myself Syed Mohammad Danish, and the co-authors of the paper are Kevin Zhang and Hans Arno Jacobson. So there are major challenges in managing IoT data. So first of all, because of the dramatic deployment of IoT applications all around the world in recent times, IoT applications generate terabytes of data per day, and this data is heterogeneous. It means that the data is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, so we need to deal with that data. And the other thing is the IoT applications have different service requirements in terms of performance, security, privacy, availability, and price. So it means that the IoT applications are different in nature. For example, a simple smart home IoT application is different. They have different requirement. For example, a simple temperature sensor, it just has a requirement of minimizing the price. However, if we consider some sensitive applications like healthcare application, the security and privacy is of utmost importance. So if we just select a single cloud storage technology for all these applications, it will lead to a suboptimal solution. Because every IoT application is different in nature and they have different service requirements. Therefore, we cannot just select a single storage technology randomly for all the applications. Multi-cloud storage technologies have been entered the market in recent times. However, the underlying cloud storage technologies is same in the multi-cloud architecture also. So there are limitations. And finally, the cloud doesn't provide adequate privacy. It means that when the data is stored on the cloud and it is owned by some third party, so they can actually get information from your data, they can leak your data. So there are a lot of problems with the cloud storage. So these are some examples of the cloud data leakage and the cloud data theft. And in recent times, in May 2020, University of York is hit by the serious data breach as a personal details of staff, students, and supporters are stolen. They use CMS service provided by a third-party cloud storage Blackboard. However, because of the ransomware attack, the information of students, teachers, and the supporters, they are leaked. So actually in the state of the art, the work has been done to select the storage technology based on the application service requirements. However, the frameworks just focus on the cloud technology or the multi-cloud technology, and they lack theoretical formulation. For example, they have not theoretically modeled the problem as a decision optimization problem, in which you based on the certain application parameters you need to select the storage technology. And then they lack traceability, auditability, and accountability. It means that the middleware is taking decision, however there is no auditability or accountability for the middleware if it has taken the right decision for the application or for the storage providers. And finally, they lack decentralized storage technologies which has just entered the market. So in the next few slides we will talk about these decentralized storage technologies, and the references has been given for these works. So the main research question is, what is a viable alternative to cloud and multi-cloud storage technology? So blockchain has been emerged as a decentralized solution which provides trust to the application without the need of trusted third party. However, we cannot just simply upload all our data to the blockchain because first of all it has some performance constraints, and secondly storing the data on blockchain is quite expensive, so we cannot directly use blockchain. However, based on the blockchain technology and decentralized peer-to-peer technology, there are different storage technologies which have entered the market and which are partially decentralized or fully decentralized. There is a Storch which is partially decentralized and it doesn't use blockchain technology. However, Filecoin is based on the blockchain technology, and they provide better security and privacy because they have nodes from all over the world, and before storing the data is converted into chunks, and it is first encrypted and then it is stored on all in the nodes all over the world. And when at the time of writing the paper, the store offered $0.015 per GB compared to the Google Cloud Storage, which offered $0.026 per GB. So these decentralized storage technologies are cheaper. And so here we want to select a storage technology based on the IoT application service parameters, and we want to propose a middleware which perform these actions. So by taking the service requirement of IoT applications and by extracting the service parameters of storage technologies, the middleware solves this storage selection problem. So this is we are going to propose in this paper. So in the current IoT cloud architecture, we have IoT nodes, we have fog nodes, and we have cloud premises. So the fog nodes pre-process the data and extract the time critical information and forward the archived data to the cloud premises. So in our proposed architecture, in our proposed design, we are proposing middleware between the fog nodes and the cloud storage technologies. So it means that whenever the IoT nodes want to store the data, they will first tell the requirement to the fog nodes, and the fog node will communicate with the middleware, and the middleware will also communicate with the cloud storage technology to take all the information and to select the best storage technology for IoT application. And at the same time, the fog node and middleware is connected to the blockchain network in order to provide traceability, auditability, and accountability. And finally, the IoT application side is also connected to the blockchain network. Therefore, in order to retrieve the data, it has to check the data integrity by checking the stored hash in the blockchain network. So the question is why we want to integrate a blockchain in our proposed design. So first of all, data integrity. Whenever you are storing the data on the cloud storage, you are not sure if your data is protected or if someone mishandles your data, or so we want to provide data integrity. So the blockchain is the best solution because instead we can write the hash of the data in the blockchain network, and since the blockchain storage is immutable, so whenever we want to retrieve our data, we can just simply check the hash of the retrieved data with the hash stored in the blockchain. Traceability, auditability, and accountability. So whenever the middleware is taking a decision, it is storing it in the blockchain network. Therefore, we know that at time t1, the IoT application chose the certain storage technology, and at time t2 it has chosen certain storage technology. So everything will be stored on the blockchain, so we can trace back in time, and if there are some problems with IoT or storage, we can actually make them accountable. Availability. There are some IoT applications which have some sensitive data, for example, some healthcare application. So if the data is sensitive and they want high availability, then we can just store that small chunk on the blockchain network on the on-chain. So we are not going to upload all the data on-chain. This is just small chunk which is really important and you want to be available all the time. So this is how we are going to increase the availability of that certain data. And finally, the operation in an untrusted environment. Since IoT application cannot trust the cloud storage technologies and vice versa, so we want to make sure that the environment is trusted so that nobody can mishandle the data or can perform some illegal operations on the data. So we have this problem, we have formulated the decision optimization problem, and this is 0-1 integer programming decision optimization problem, and it has just one decision variable. One decision variable signifies that we want to select one storage technology for an IoT application, and the minimizing objective function, it has 5 different costs: bandwidth cost, storage cost, latency, availability, and privacy. So I will be explaining it in the next slide. And our problem is similar to uncapacitated facility location problem. So in FCL, facility location problem, we have different set of facilities and clients, and we want to open a facility in a certain area based on the demands of clients. So the objective is to minimize the overall cost. So uncapacitated facility location problem is a variant of FCL, in which there is no limit on capacity. So actually we have reduced our problem to UFL problem, and we have proved that our problem is NP hard. So this is our problem formulation. We have this total cost, which is the combination of bandwidth, storage, cost, latency, availability, and privacy. So we are subtracting availability and privacy cost, because the first three terms, bandwidth, storage, and latency, they needs to be minimized. However, we want to maximize the availability and we want to maximize the privacy also. Here in our problem, the privacy is just a binary variable, 0 or 1, which signifies that either the storage provider provides the privacy or not. And in this subject to condition, the total data, the data price should be less than the budget, and the bandwidth budget, and the storage cost budget, the latency budget, availability, and the privacy budget. So this is our proposed solution. This is just to explain. This is the high level overview. So first of all, the IoT application requirement will IoT applications requirement will be sent to the fog node, and fog node will send these requirements to the middleware, and at the same time middleware will extract the dynamic parameters of storage technologies, and in the third step it will solve the optimization problem based on the service parameters of IoT application and dynamic parameters of storage technologies. And once it has solved it, it will store the decision in the blockchain network with the timestamp and application ID, and at the same time it is going to notify the fog node that the decision has been taken and now you can upload the data to the storage technologies. So the fog node in the step 5 will store the data in the storage technology, in the selected storage technology by the middleware, and at the same time it will store the hash of the data in the blockchain network. So this was a high level overview. Now we are going to propose a solution to the optimization problem. Since the optimization problem is NP hard, we have proposed 2 heuristic algorithms to approximate a solution to the optimization problem we have seen before. So we have proposed 2 algorithms, dynamic programming based algorithm and greedy style heuristic algorithm. So in the dynamic programming based algorithm, we are computing the cost of different storage technologies, and we are storing it in a 2D table, and the storage provider is selected on a first fit strategy. For example, we have different IoT applications and they want to select the storage technology. So one by one the table will be filled, and whenever a new IoT application is coming to select a storage technology, it will first check the table. If there is a storage technology with certain parameters which is fulfilling the IoT application service requirements, it will be selected for the certain IoT application, and it has better accuracy, but it also has high runtime. And then we have a greedy style heuristic algorithm, which selects the storage technology based on IoT application service requirements like dynamic programming, and it's just a greedy. As soon as it finds the solution to the optimization problem, it selects the storage technology for a certain IoT application, and it is also a first fit technology, a first fit strategy. It means that whenever the middleware is solving an optimization problem, as soon as it finds the solution which is fulfilling the IoT application service requirements, it will suddenly selects that storage technology for for the IoT applications. It has better runtime, but it has low accuracy. So blockchain for traceability and auditability. So in our framework, we are since the decisions are stored on the blockchain network, so we can trace, we can audit, and we can make the IoT application or the storage technology accountable for their actions. And we are storing the migration decision on the blockchain network. And we have seen in the previous slides that we are also uploading the important data on the blockchain network to ensure the availability. And finally, since we are storing the hash of the data on the blockchain network, then we are ensuring the data integrity. Another concept is migration plan. So whenever an IoT application has selected a new storage technology at time t2 and it is a different storage technology at time t1, then it needs to decide if it wants to migrate the old data to the new storage technology or no. But it really depends. If the owner of the data wants to migrate all the data, then we don't need any kind of migration plan. But normally we have provide some evaluation condition to migrate the data, and it is price of current storage should be greater than the price of new storage plus price of migration, because there are some storage technology which actually they need the money when you are retrieving some data, like storage. When you want to retrieve the data, they charge you some cost, so we need to consider that in our equation. So now we will explain the results. So if we just simply optimize the price, if you just want to minimize the price by considering cloud, multi-cloud and our proposed middleware solution, then our proposed middleware solution reduces the price by 31.2%. And for the normal workload, we have dynamic programming heuristic algorithm provides 92% accuracy, and the greedy style heuristic achieves 80% accuracy. And this GS4, GS3, GS2 signifies that we are considering just 4, 3 or 2 service requirements, because at some point, maybe for the IoT application, you just want to minimize the price. So in that case, we are going to use GS1, but since we are just solving the optimization problem for one requirement, it provides less accuracy. And then we can see the best and worst case runtime. The greedy style heuristic algorithm achieves better runtime, but if we compare the best case and worst case with the baseline exact solution, we can see that our both algorithms achieves much efficient runtime than the baseline exact solution. And then we have performed the sensitivity analysis. One is we are increasing the number of IoT applications, and the second, we are increasing the number of storage technologies. So in the first graph, when we are increasing the number of IoT applications, we have kept the number of storage technologies constant, and we can see that there is no change in the accuracy, because every IoT application is deciding the storage technology independently. However, if we increase the number of storage technologies, it means that the search space is increased for the IoT applications and for the optimization, and it will decrease the probability of selecting an optimal storage technology. Therefore, the accuracy decreases as we increase the number of storage technologies. And the GS heuristic accuracy is reduced to almost 50%, and DP heuristic accuracy is reduced to almost 70%. So in conclusion, the IoT generates massive and heterogeneous data, and we have then decentralized storage technologies, and we want to propose a middleware to select a storage technology based on IoT application parameters and service parameters of the storage technologies. We have formulated our problem as an integer programming optimization problem, and then we have proposed the migration plan, and then we are proposing the blockchain technology for traceability and auditability. So in our ongoing work, we have proposed the maintenance strategy. So instead of just running the optimization problem continuously to select the storage technology, we want to make it intelligent by triggering by some events. So we have proposed a deep learning based maintenance strategy, which actually calculates the time after which time we need to run the optimization problem again to select the storage technology. And then we have aggregation rate feedback, in which based on the price, in order to optimize the price, we can tune the aggregation rate for the IoT applications. And finally, right now we are just storing the decision in the blockchain network. However, we are not sure if the middleware has used correct parameters to calculate, to approximate a solution to the optimization problem. Therefore, we want to devise an end-to-end trusted protocol in which the IoT and the storage provider should know that the optimization problem has been solved correctly, and the decision should be stored in the blockchain network. Therefore, at any time they want to just confirm if at certain time the decision has been taken is correct, they can just go back in time and they can calculate with the certain parameters. So thank you.